Hey guys, still here and welcome back to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts, where today I have a scenario that was loosely based on one that was suggested by Dennis from a while ago. The scenario is as follows. The Japanese have a new experimental heavy cruiser. It's been designed specifically to disrupt US supply lines. Now, the US are using transport ships in a convoy, but they only had a couple of older ships to protect that convoy. So their age is 1925 versus the Japanese 1940 technology level. The convoy of 15 ships is protected by a heavy cruiser and 2 battle cruisers. My objective is to sink at least 10 transports and then either disengage or to sink all 15, and I will consider that an immediate win. Since this is a ship that's designed as a raider of commerce, I'm not going to go with very big guns. I'm going to go with a lot of smaller, fast-firing guns. At least that's the plan. The ship will also be capable of doing 35 knots in order to simulate that she's going to be rushing up to the enemy and doing as much damage as possible, so intercepting enemy convoys. As for armament, I'm thinking 6-inch only, to make sure that I don't have a long reload, and 6-inch should be more than enough to sink a couple of transports. As for tonnage, I don't think I would use a very big ship as a raider. Maybe just 12,000 tons. It still feels like there's a lot of room on this ship, though. Lots and lots of room. For a heavy cruiser, this is a big ship. Do we have sizes on this thing? Length and stuff? Does the game even tell you that? Weight and cost, no. Stats... I don't think it does. It doesn't really tell you how long a ship is. Huh. Curious. Anyway. This is the main setup. Let's go for centerline guns. 6-inch. 6-inch Mark 5 guns have a range of 13.5, which will probably well and truly put me inside the range of those transports. So that means that I'm going to have to be pretty careful. Or sorry, not the range of the transports. The range of... the escorting cruisers. Oh, can I put a 6-inch there? Because that'd be a great position. No. But for some reason I can put a barbette there. Huh. I think this is a bit of a big barbette for a 6-inch gun. That's a standard superimposed barbette. And the medium can only sit on there. Come on, game. You gotta give me more options than that. More dual barrels. Now that's not the only armament for this ship. I also intended to have additional armaments, secondaries. And the secondaries, of course, are going to be slightly smaller, but 5-inch Mark 5s. Well, they might be able to fit over here. The side emplacements of the ship. Can also put one there. It's not colliding with the ship yet. And let's go for another barbette or another turret. If I can over here, but that will interfere. How about going with a secondary barbette? Oh, come on. That'll only fit there? Well, that's a bit lame. I was really hoping that I could use those barbettes in the middle of the ship, because that way I would then have another sort... Oh. Okay, never mind. So I guess I do need a secondary tower. Do I really need to have a secondary tower before I can place down my barbettes? Well, I guess I do. Okay, once again, 6-inch on the stern. And then a couple of secondary guns. I can't fit those there. Can I fit 3? 3-inch can fit. Again, we're sinking transports. So I'm not going to be picking fights with anything particularly large. If possible, though, I will put a couple of torpedo launchers right here. So that they're able to torpedo heavier warships. Unfortunately, it seems like that does not quite fit. It doesn't fit anywhere. Alright, if I just get rid of these 5-inch guns and then put a couple of 3-inch, no, not 3-inch, triple torpedo tubes there. 21-inch, let's go for a Generation 2 radar. It's a commerce radar, so it has to know where the enemy ships are. Stereoscopic rangefinder, long-range gunfire. What is long range? 13.5. No, I want to switch from target to target faster. Electro-hydraulic turrets. Auto-loaders. As for protection, let's go for a double hull bottom. It might have a slight anti... No, it wouldn't have an anti-torpedo blister because it's not expected to go up against anything that throws torpedoes around. Reinforced bulkheads, a little bit of anti-flooding. Advanced propeller shaft 2 and auxiliary engine 2. Range would be great, very long, because you need to be able to intercept. Standard amount of bulkheads and double geared steam turbines to make sure that I can get towards the target very quick. Anti-torpedo none, citadel, maybe just an armored citadel. Then about the rest, standard shells, I'll go with that. I can put 24-inch torpedoes on here, but I don't really know why I would want that. I'm not really sure if those are going to be required. So let's go with 20-inch. One thing I'm actually quite curious about is, can I put... No. See, it'd be really neat if you could put torpedo tubes underneath this platform. Underneath that protrusion on the side where you have the 3-inch gun, I think. Alright, so we just have 8 6-inch guns. Let's go for an increased amount of ammo. To make to sort of simulate that the ship wouldn't come home that often. Forced boilers. Fuel efficiency, or engine efficiency 91.2. Second super funnel here. Super funnel 1. Yeah, super funnel 1 will fit. Ship will cost me 30 million. 4 weight offset, 9.1%. That's not a very stable platform then, is it? Unfortunately, I don't think that I can do too much to change that. Short of maybe moving the front structure slightly farther back. But that also moved the secondary island. 3% for weight offset. This, however, might make room for those torpedo tubes here. Quintuples? Yeah. Decent field of fire. This is such a big barbette. For a 6-inch gun, it feels really over the top. Oh, it doesn't... it doesn't even seat the 6-inch. Come on now. But it does fit over there. I don't know how it would possibly fit over there. If all I have are these 4 slots, then it's just not happening. Alright. So once again, 6-inch. For weight offset, 2.8%. I think that's just about as good as I'm going to get it. I don't want to have too many different calibers of guns on my ship. Right now I have the 6 and the 3-inch. 3-inch gun at 7.7 kilometers will probably still do a fair amount of damage to a transport. Provided that I can get that close. That is pretty much an imperative. If I cannot get that close, because the enemies are protecting their convoy, then it's going to be a challenge to sink stuff with this ship. No, there's no more room here. Could I fit torpedo tubes here then? Let's say just the small launcher. I could. Alright. So that's going to be a torpedo tube that I can operate forward as well. Okay, I think we're ready. Let's try and test this ship out. Missing heavy cruiser funnel mount 9. Okay. Oh, we're heading the wrong way, dude. Transports have all been detected at 17 clicks out. Now, what I get almost every video is a question of how are you playing this? Because on Steam it's not even out yet. Correct, it's not out on Steam yet, but what you can do is click the link in the description and you'll go to the main website of the game. And on there you can find that the game is in early access. Now for an early access game the price is relatively steep, because it's going for, I believe, $50 for an early access game. But then again, with the amount of content that the early access game offers, I'd say it is worth it, because you already have so many different options and the game just keeps getting updated. So the way that I look at it is, if you get an early access game like that, sure enough, you're paying the full price for it. But what you also get, at least that's how I experience it, and of course your experience might be vastly different. How I experience it is you get to sort of see, oh, what are they updating now? You get this sort of excitement. Okay, so this is one of their escorting ships. That is a lot of guns. Anyway, you get this excitement every time going, oh, what do they add now? And, well, every time it's something different. Right, Tone's firing. We already have flooding on one transport. The other one's almost dead already. Jeez. It takes no prisoners, does it? Propellant, lit eye 2. Yeah, that would make sense if I go after transports. I think I completely overlooked that. There goes one. Next one. Torpedoes have also been sent. Let's set the torpedo launchers on that target. There goes another transport. Again, I'm going for transports. I'm going to try and avoid the enemy warships as much as possible. Torpedoes out. I'm not sure if they're going for this ship. Let's keep our distance for a bit, because I'm not sure how effective those battle cruisers are going to be. And I don't want to put the ship too much to the test, because it's only a heavy cruiser and armor is not something that it has in abundance. I do expect them to start seeing these torpedoes fairly early. Taking a bit of damage from the defense forces. If I can just circle my way around this convoy and keep them in gun range, I'll be able to knock them down one by one while still dancing around the rest of the escorts. This ship arguably could be expected to start seeing this torpedo any moment now. And what it needs to do is turn to port, and it'll avoid it. The Des Moines. 7-inch, so this is a heavy cruiser. Because a battle cruiser starts at 8-inch guns, I believe. That's another transport dead. Very good. Next transport. Yep, the Des Moines has detected the torpedoes. So far I've sunk 3 transports, I think. Next is the Overton. More torpedoes have been sent towards the target. Tone so far is doing alright. Keeping at range and just kiting. The accuracy on these 7-inch guns are only 1% now. 0.5% for the Florida. And 0.4% for the Saratoga. And the torpedoes are forcing them back. Exactly as I had intended. That should be going down in a minute. Next, Atlanta. Oh, they're fighting it though. 4%, 2%, 3%, 1%. Done. Next, target Atlanta. Get the torpedoes on the Des Moines if you can. Maybe the bow tubes are ready. So let's head towards the Des Moines for a sec. Because oh, actually, maybe the torpedoes would be better served going for a ship like the Plunkett. My speed, 34 to 37. Or 34.7. Very good. That heavy cruiser is getting awfully close, though. Can I do damage to that? With my little 6-inch guns? Because it seems determined, and it can do 35 knots. So at this range, I very much consider it a threat. It'll keep close, and it'll keep just harassing me. The Florida, however, is 36 knots. And so is the Saratoga. So they might be even bigger challenges to deal with. Let's see if I can hit the Des Moines and do some damage to it. Ooh, fortunately, those heavy cruisers, or the battle cruisers aren't very accurate. Accuracy of the Tone is 2%. Starboard torpedoes just went out by the looks of it. Yeah, I see the bow tubes. Not sure where the rest went. Not really doing any damage here. Also because I'm not hitting it. The hits from the heavy cruisers so far are mostly dinging off the armor. Well, what little armor I have. How are you looking, Tony? A bit of scarring on the hull here. But if that's all, then it's not too bad. The Des Moines has a lot of guns, but I'm not sure if it can turn them fast enough. 7-inch guns. It has no shortage of ammo, that's for sure. 2,300 rounds. And with that, it actually carries more rounds than I do. 1,800. Oh shit, what the hell happened to you? You took a hit. What? Hold on. I ran into my own torpedo. That is not possible. My torpedoes are pumped out of the tubes at 48.5 knots. Whether it's the bow tube or the starboard or port tube, I don't care. But it says here, heavy torpedo, heavy cruiser, this is my color, torpedo hits heavy cruiser, bow belt extended, 1255 damage. Congratulations, you punched yourself in the face. I don't know how that's possible. Normally a torpedo can detonate on the deck, but that's not what happened here. It's like the torpedo actually just, I don't know, got stuck? Hold on. I heard another torpedo launch from the bow. So those torpedoes do 48.5 knots. And I expect them to do that speed all the time, especially at launch. But I'm not seeing them. I'm hearing another launch from a bow torpedo tube. Again, I'm not seeing the torpedoes in the water. Maybe the bow tubes are a bit bugged. Still, hitting yourself in the face like this is a really bad way to go. Because aside from that massive torpedo hit, the ship was doing quite fine. Sure, it took 12 damage, 19 damage. But the amount of damage that I took was really very little. And then I took a massive torpedo hit from my own ship. Oh, and it was such an interesting experiment, this ship. This is one of those arguments that kind of negates the whole get this thing in early access, because I'm not sure if this is a bug or intended. I'm going to think, or I'm going to say it's a bug, because I think you're not supposed to hit yourself with torpedoes unless you have dreadfully slow torpedoes and your ship is exceptionally fast. But even then, you'd have to be really, really quite clever in order to hit your own torpedoes. And this is really the only heavy cruiser that I have. It's not like I got torpedoed from behind by another heavy. This is the only ship. Weird stuff. So since I'm not doing damage to the Des Moines, can I do damage against their transports instead? Oh crap, the Florida's coming in again. Turn away. And in the meanwhile, just see if you can torpedo the Florida. Emphasis, torpedo the Florida. Not torpedo yourself. Oh, see, that was an actual hit. Yeah, there we go. Right, so that was amusing. It all went quite well until I torpedoed myself. I will upload this video just to show you that apparently this is a thing that's possible. And then maybe in the future I'll retry this kind of a fight. Let me know what your thoughts are down below in the comments about what happened. How did I hit my own torpedo? How did I manage that? Torpedo speed, 48.5. Cruiser speed, 35. What am I not seeing? Let me know down below in the comments. What's your theory? I look forward to reading it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon for more videos.